our last Sunday in October. We're so glad that you joined us here today. Our theme for this year is Living Everyday Wonder. And boy, have we had fun exploring that theme this year. For the month of October, our focus is finances. And guys, I cannot wait to hear what Charlene is going to do with this talk today, because the title of our talk today is Share It, Fair It, Do Take a Slice of My Pie. I am so curious to find out what that is all about. Like I said, we're so glad that you joined us. Please feel free to get comfortable. Take that little to-do list that you have for today and just set it aside. It'll be there after our message for today. Just join in our community with our wonderful message and our music and our meditation. And if you have a prayer request or celebration that you would like us to include later in our service, when we do our spiritual mind treatment, which is a form of affirmative prayer, please include it in the chat, and we will make sure that we include that when we get to that portion of our service today. With that, we're going to kick off our service officially. So, like I said, just sit back, take a deep breath, relax, and join us. Please join us as we create our sacred space. We set our intentions of deepening into our awareness and practice of our 5 pillars of spiritual living by lighting this candle in our virtual world. Our first pillar is sacred study, represented by the divine quality of truth. We use this pillar to recognize the importance of an open mind and the power of our minds. The second pillar is affirmative prayer, represented by the divine quality power. This pillar honors the power of prayer in our daily lives. Our third pillar is meditation and the divine quality of peace. This pillar reminds us of the importance of meditation and the peace we feel when we quiet our minds. The fourth pillar is circulation and the divine quality of life. We know that the great law of circulation works in our lives. As we give, so shall we receive. And the fifth pillar is sacred service and the divine quality of love. This pillar affirms our call to be a service to our world as we see through the eyes of love. Let us close our eyes as we bless this sacred space and our time together. As we weave each of these pillars of spiritual living into our service today, may they deepen our own spiritual practices of study, prayer, meditation, circulation, and service, expanding our minds and our hearts to the 5 divine qualities of truth, power, peace, life, and love. We also bless everyone who made our service possible today and everyone in attendance. May the energy of love that is generated here bless everyone abundantly, and so it is. Okay, and now it's time for our meditation. So if you've joined me for meditation, you know that I kind of like to tie our meditation to the title of our talk today. And folks, I have no idea where Charlene's going to go with this today. So I picked the contemplation meditation. So just take a deep breath, close your eyes, sink into your chair. Such a beautiful, beautiful time of year with all the beautiful fall colors. And just let that peace that is outside in nature just fill your spirit as we begin our meditation today. During this meditation, I'd like you to stay relaxed, but keep an alert state of mind. And I'm going to speak some phrases out loud. And after I say them, I'm going to give you a little time to just soak those words in and contemplate their meaning. So let's begin. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love, and I am full of love for others. All of the people, the creatures, share this planet with me. I am worthy of love, and I am full of love for others. I am abundant. I am abundant. I am blessed with all the things that I need, all the things that bring me joy. I have everything I need. I am abundant. I am a powerful force of good in this world. I am a powerful force of good in this world. I am the hands, I am the voice of God. I am a powerful force for good in this world. I am beautiful. I am healthy. I am strong. I am confident, and I radiate with a light from within. I radiate from a light that comes from within. It never dulls, it never goes out. It's always, always burning brightly. Sometimes I have to open the shutters a little further so I can see it, but it's always there. That light is always shining brightly in me and radiating out into the world. I am embracing new behaviors that serve my mind, my body, and my spirit. I am embracing new behaviors, new spiritual practices that give energy to my mind, my body, and my spirit. I am releasing old behaviors which no longer serve me. I've outgrown them. I put them away, like clothes or toys that I no longer play with. I am releasing old behaviors, old thoughts, old feelings, which no longer serve me. I am divinely created. I am divinely created. I am an instrument through which life flows. Life lies open to me, rich, full, and abundant. I only have to open the doors of my soul, the portals of my soul, and accept that which is ready to express through me. Today, I fling these portals wide. I am an instrument through which life flows, and connected to it all. And I am divinely me. I hope you let those words just sink in, replenish your soul. And now we're going to have some music to further replenish your soul.
Leah here with a song that you may have heard before. As always, if a song's familiar to you or if it becomes familiar to you, I invite you to sing along. This is one by Stevie Wonder. Good morning, evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster. Change your joy and laughter into tears and pain. It's that love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. It's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. Ooh. The force of evil plays to make us its possession. It will, if we let it, destroy everybody. So we all must take precautionary measures. Joy and peace to treasure, that you will hear me when I say that love's in need of your love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Oh, hate's going around, breaking too many hearts. Just stop it, please. It's already gone too far. Yeah. Wow, that's so. Did that just take your heart away? Love is in need for love today. Good morning. Welcome to week number 5 of our wonderful month of October. And Tamara, thank you for that beautiful meditation. It was perfect. It is so great how the meditation, the song, and you guys have no idea what I'm going to say, but it's totally in alignment with what I want to talk about. And I would review everything we've done up till now, but it seems boring. I just want to jump right into it because I want to tell you the story about Scrooge. I know you know this story already, but Ebenezer Scrooge, this rich guy who, when we meet him, he is being awakened by ghosts of his past and his present and his future. And it is showing him how his lack of realizing that love needs love to give of itself every day in every way, how that is causing all of his troubles. And if you look at his background, he was rejected by his father, I'm referring to my notes, and he tried to heal things with someone named Fezziwig, but that was aborted. That didn't work. And then he fell in love, but since he didn't love himself, he couldn't receive the love. Which takes me to Tamara's first sentence. She said, I am worthy of love, and I am full of love for others. If we don't start there, then no matter how much money we can amass, that will end up just staying in this non-circulation situation, because he didn't know how to receive love. He didn't know how to give love. Therefore, he was stagnant. But it's much more palpable to watch how that comes about when we look at finances, because Scrooge, he's an old, unpleasant guy. His life force is leaving him, and he's amassed a lot of wealth. However, this wealth that he amassed did not circulate. He was what we call a miser, someone who hoards the energy of money. And it kind of mirrored his relationship with love and his relationship with himself. It was all pretty terrible. And this is a humbug kind of life. He would look upon people and see them happy, and he'd say, bah, humbug. He'd look at the joy that the Christmas season brings and say, bah, humbug. Everybody's spending money. They don't even have any money. And whatever he tells himself that makes him have that countenance, which is not something we want for ourselves. And what opens up for Scrooge is that when he is shown his life, past, present, and future, he finally gets an aha moment. A little seed of compassion grows. As a little girl, I couldn't help but compare him to the Grinch, whose heart grew 10 times that day and burst out of the wire. I mean, it's an awesome vision to watch that heart grow and bust out of its cage. So what happened to him, though? Scrooge realized, he woke up. I'm not dead. I still have a chance. And he runs around and he gives, because he realized that his hoarding and his miserliness was the source of the pain. And so this topic of today is to talk about how we're in the flow of divine abundance, circulation, flow and circulation when it comes to finances. And if that's all you get from this, then I did my job. Just remember you're in the flow, and that as it comes in, you openly and happily receive, use what you have been given, and then give back or give forward, whichever way you want to think about that. Let it flow through you. Ernest Holmes says, the law of our being is a law of perfect assimilation, elimination, and circulation. Think about those three things. Assimilation, you're bringing it to you. Eliminating means you're eliminating that which no longer serves, much like we do in our digestive system. Imagine if you didn't eliminate. Oh my gosh, you guys, what a thought. And then circulation, circulating some of that good around. A knowledge of our oneness with the God life all about and within us will heal all of us. Ernest Holmes, the founder of our teaching in the Science of Mind textbook. So that's one of the great teachings. But also, let's just look at an example, besides my kind of crude example of what if your body never eliminated the things that it digested. Let's think about the Dead Sea. Are you familiar? The Dead Sea is a salt lake between Israel and Jordan. It has the lowest water surface on Earth. It is 47 miles long and a maximum width of 10 miles wide. It's 1,000 feet deep. Fed mainly by the Jordan River, the lake has no outlet. It is 6 times as salty as the ocean. The lake contains no life. The fish put into it soon die. And there's just a perfect example of what not to do. Do we want to be a receptacle of all this good and then not circulate it? No, no, no. So this talk today gets its title from a Pink Floyd song. I was not familiar because in the time of Pink Floyd, I'm pretty sure I was rocking out to Earth, Wind, and Fire, but no shade. I had to look it up. So this Pink Floyd song called Money, it has a phrase in it. In fact, let me just read to you some of the lyrics. I watched the video of it this morning and whoo, the visuals. Okay. It says, money, it's a gas. Grab that cash with both hands and make a stash. New car, caviar, 4-star daydream. Think I'll buy me a football team. Money, get back. I'm all right, Jack. Keep your hands off my stack. Money, it's a crime. Share it fairly, but don't take a slice of my pie. Now that last one, share it fairly, but don't take a slice of my pie. It kind of sounded like he said, share it, ferret, because of words. But notice how in our talk title, it's share it, ferret, do take a slice of my pie. We changed it a bit. Because while this song was talking about how the mindset of a Scrooge-like individual, only the idea of amassing wealth, gathering wealth, stacking it up and hoarding it and keeping other people's fingers off of it while saying with its mouth, oh yeah, share it fairly. Just don't touch mine. We want to change that just a bit. Share it fairly. Do take a slice of my pie. Because what we learned about last week was when we give, we create a vacuum. And the universe abhors a vacuum. It'll rush to fill it up. So you're talking about making space for more good by giving and making an example of how abundant we are. Imagine that you are watching a silent movie. Imagine you're watching the silent movie of your own life. Just pull yourself out of the subject and watch yourself as if you were the object of your observation. Silent movie, you're not hearing any words. What does your behavior look like? Does it look like you have a lot because, wow, you give freely. You must have a lot. And to them that have, much will be given. It's a Bible verse, can't tell you which one, but it's in there. To them that have, much will be given. How does it look when you have things? You give. Well, you're giving the universe a hint of keep on giving to me because it won't be stagnant here. I'm creating a circulation. There's a flow. Now, we don't have to give all of it. There are two sides there's healthy, which is somewhere in the middle of a bell curve. There's hoarding, which is I won't give anything. There's healthy giving where I keep some, I save some, I buy some things and I give away lots. And then there's the extreme on the other side. I can't keep $1. It comes in, it flows out. My dad, who's watching this now, Dad, remember how you said, Shar, you must have a hole in your pocket. I'd say, why do you say that? He's like, because nothing. As soon as you get money, you spend it. And I had to think about that. I said, oh, I see. So you're not supposed to just spend it all? Gotcha. No, you're not supposed to spend it all. And you're not supposed to stop from spending anything. Somewhere in between, there's that balance where we receive from the universe, just like we eat food. Our body assimilates that which we need for our living. Then it eliminates that which no longer is useful. And that elimination not to be too gross, gets used for other inputs and for other nourishment for other people. And so whether we're talking about digestive systems or just decluttering or just the practice of giving, especially this time of year, what we're talking about is creating a flow that we are participating in, happily, freely allowing it to come to us and receiving it, knowing we're worthy, knowing, of course, we're blessed. Of course. Yes, of course that's coming in. Of course that unexpected income has come right on in. Of course, because I am blessed. And then using it for my good, storing up for the future, and then allowing some of it to bless other people. I think of storing up. I remember Reverend Sunday told a story at church one day. Reverend Sunday, the founder of CSL Leesburg, she said something like this, squirrels, they're pretty smart, right? They have the instinct to take acorns and store them up for the winter. And in the forest, the squirrels can be seen burying their acorns all over the place. But the squirrels forget about 80% of the acorns they bury, they forget where they put them. And that's why we have forests. I think it's true. I didn't look it up, but it made sense. The squirrel's not going to remember every spot that they buried the acorn. And it turns out even the forgotten acorn is fruitful because it became an oak tree. So look at that. There's other ways to get the seeds to proliferate. It goes back to animals and elimination. But, all of a sudden this talk is in the toilet. All right, let's go. I have 3 things to tell you about for this talk. So you know that when we first started in the month of October, I said, yay, 5 weeks, 5 steps in treatment. And we started with God is all there is. There's nothing outside the universal presence. And yes, sirree, it is an abundant universe. You will never use up all of the source and supply that is available in this universe. It is not a finite pie that I need a slice of. The universe is infinite, and all the good that is meant for us. Just because I get a bunch of good doesn't mean you have less. Doesn't mean that less is available to you. We all can participate in the good of the universe. So that first step is noticing all that there is. The second step is harmonizing with that, saying, if God is all there is, if the universal presence is everywhere at once, then it's right here. I don't have to leave the house and go get it. I don't have to beg some third party to come bring it to me. I can't order it on one of the apps because it's not somewhere else. It's everywhere present. And so if that's true, then my third step is all about recognizing, realizing what I have available to me right now, that I'm already abundant. And if there's a part of me that feels unworthy, which we talked about last week, where we might have been caught up in the myth about, oh, there's not enough to go around. Oh, those other people can have it, but people like you can't have that. A lot of times we don't realize we're regurgitating old beliefs. So we get to pull those out of our consciousness. They no longer serve us. We eliminate those false beliefs. And so that step 3 was kind of a biggie. So we spent a couple weeks on it. And just knowing that all of our good is available. And we already have a lot of it, and it's already showing up. But sometimes we could be so busy looking at what we don't have that we forget to look at what we do have. And by appreciating what we do have, that grows. Appreciation means growth, right? If your mortgage appreciates or your savings appreciates, it grows. So you appreciate what you do have. And by appreciating what you do have, you're intimating to the universe, I do have. And then you show the universe by giving from that. Even if it's just a tiny bit, oh, I can't give that much. Give something, because you're showing the universe, I have. And I have faith that I will continue to have. And so by knowing who you are, whose child are you? A child of the universe or a child of God? Is God broke? No. So you're not broke. And so you find what you have, you start using it, you start from where you are, and you use what you have, and you do what you can. And every step is shown to us when we're doing that in our prayer, what we're doing is we're remembering the truth. We're not trying to create a truth or force the truth, or we're not trying to zhuzh it up out of nowhere. It's already there. We just have to recognize that it's there, realize that it's there. And so then once we're in that situation, then we get to say, thank you, life, because this is the truth about me. Marianne Williamson, about this third step here, she says, you are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. Think about that. How many times have we shrunk, downplayed our blessings because we didn't want other people to feel insecure? I don't know. I feel like insecurity is one of those things that we can't control in other people. All we do is end up walking and looking a bit different and hoping that that affects other people. No. If anything, let your light shine so that you become a shining example for those people, and never flouting it or rubbing it in anybody's face, but just don't bury your light under a bushel. So now when we're moving into this healthy flow of assimilation, making sure that we are allowing our good to come to us, allowing it to bless our lives and those lives around us, and then allowing the overflow or just giving. There's two ways to put out the money. You're either buying things, and when you buy things, you expect to get something in return. So I want to separate buying things from just giving your gift and not expecting anything back. And I want to be careful about this too, because some of us do give gifts and then we check. Did I get a thank you? I gave that gift. Are they going to give me one? Looking for that reciprocity. It's not really a gift if we're looking for, well, what am I going to get back from it? So really consider this when we move into this season of giving, that we're giving freely with no expectation of anything in return. And you wouldn't give all of your funds away that way. No, it's up to you. You do some discernment, go within and decide what percentage. Some people do 10% savings, then I guess 80% of just living, and the other 10% giving it away. And when they give it away, they choose where they're going to give it to. Either it's the Salvation Army, definitely to some church, wherever you're spiritually fed, but other people's percentages may look different. I still recommend the 10% savings every time you get anything, just 10%, sock it away, because it's just good to do that. I mean, be a squirrel, but remember where you put it. I'm just saying. And then just decide on your percentages, and then give freely, just knowing that you are being that example for the universe, that the universe abhors a vacuum. When you give, especially somewhere that you're spiritually fed, it will come back to you and give more from that. It's just a flow. And this third phase, this last piece, this really not third phase, because let's see, step one was recognizing God's all there is. Step two, recognizing that means God's right where I am. Step three was, that means I'm available. God is available to me in all things. And now the fourth and fifth step, we're going to put them together because it's thanking the universe, being in gratitude for everything, even if it doesn't look great at the time. Gratitude, because Gratitude is like appreciation. It makes things grow. Gratitude, when you're looking at something and saying, thank you, then if it's a person that you say thank you to, watch their face just glow because you've just seen them. You've just noticed the gift that they are, that they're bringing to this world. I know Tamara tells a story, and I don't think you'll mind me telling people. She says that at school or wherever she is, she'll see someone whose job is to clean up. And she knows how most of us just walk past, just dismissing someone whose job it is to remove the trash or whatever. And she stops them and says, thank you. I love the way that you keep this place. You keep it really nice. I just want you to know I appreciate you. And I'm thinking, what? Most people, 99% of the people, Tamara, I'm sure they just don't see the service personnel. But you stopped them and saw them and you probably made their day. And that gift keeps on giving. So gratitude, just a smile, just a thank you, a nod, an encouragement, gratitude. Now, when it comes to prayer, the reason we say thank you is because all the things that we said in step 3, all those things that we said, I know I'm one with the divine, therefore I am blessed, I am abundant, I am whole, perfect, and complete. Health and wealth is irresistibly attracted to me. You're saying things like this in this step. And so in step 4, you're like, thank you. Thank you. Because you know that what you've said is true. You know that you're receiving, even now, those things that you spoke. So you always say thank you when you've been given something. So you say thank you. Thank you for this truth. Thank you for this awareness. Thank you for knowing, for this knowing. And then the last step is always release. Because it's really hard to grow something while holding on to it. It's hard for a seed to turn into a plant if you won't let it go into the dirt. It seems like a little thing, right? That's probably the hardest thing. I know some of us were joking how it's hard to let go of things. Anything I've ever let go of, this is a phrase I'll use, anything I've ever let go of has scratch marks on it. Because I'm like, here you go, while holding on. Here, take it, but I'm holding on. So letting go, just knowing that it's all good. It is out of my hands. It is above me now. It's done. Releasing it is great. And no, we're not allowed to dig it up again. How are we doing on that little treatment? No. If you do a treatment and you want this 5-step prayer I'm talking about, if you do one of those and you release it and you still feel a little, that means do another 5-step. Do it again. Sometimes it's just layers of an onion that you have to peel. And if you really need help, you come to a practitioner. Tamara, myself, we are trained in praying for you. And there's something about more than one person holding the idea, the highest idea for you. Because it is God's desire to give us what we deserve, what we are. It's our desire, God's desire. It's the same desire. We're here to unfold into the beautiful being that the divine has created. So I'm hoping that with these little hints and tips and tricks, you too can just step into your awesomeness. You're already designed to be abundant and to be affluent is your nature. And that by doing that, by stepping into that, you are not only blessing yourself, but blessing everyone that comes into your presence. Let's go into prayer. I know that there is only the divine power living, moving, and having its being through me. I speak my word for each and every one of us that we are all one with the divine. Every individual is right in the middle, in the midst, in the presence of the divine. And so I speak my word in this knowing of our unification with the goddess, the feminine, the divine oneness that encircles all of us within its womb. That right here, right where we are, all is well. I especially speak my word for the grieving families in Seoul, South Korea, that right where they are is the presence of the divine. Even now, Spirit is moving in and through and as these people, showing up in ways that uplift soul. I speak my word for anyone who is experiencing any feeling of lack or limitation. I speak my word that that is simply a misunderstanding. And right here, right now, that individual, whoever might be experiencing any dis-ease, lack in any way, that right now they're turning their inner ear toward the voice of God, their inner eye towards the eyes of God, and their heart is being held in the hands of the divine. It is unfolding right now, perfect alignment with their highest truth and their highest best. And so I give thanks for this awareness. I know that as I speak, the law always says yes, and it is already done. And so I am in simple gratitude and just, I'm in awe at the magnificent power that is in each and every one of us, as each and every one of us. I release my word knowing that I can let it go and let it be because it is on the wings of angels and it is already unfolding in our lives right here and right now. And I just simply say, thank you, God. Thank you, life. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. And now it's time for Leah. I am more than enough. I am more than enough. Shine my light, shine my light, shine my light. Shine my light, shine my light, shine my light. I am more than enough. 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 Shine my light, 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 shine my light. I am more than enough. 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 Shine my light, 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 shine my light. I am more than enough. All right, I will open my heart. I will open my heart. I will open my head. Shine a light, shine a light, shine a light, shine a light, shine a light. I will open my head. I will open my heart.
Oh my goodness. All right, that song's going to stay with you today, right? That was phenomenal. And Charlene, I just have to speak for everyone, a word of appreciation and gratitude for you, my dear, because not only do you deliver such an inspirational message, but you make us laugh along the way. I was watching the faces of others and we were just laughing when you gave us something to chuckle about in your message today. Oh, folks, now is the time to bless the donations that are shared with us today. At CSL Leesburg, we believe in the law of circulation. So we are a giving, tithing community. The donations that are shared with our center bless everyone, those who give and those who receive. So your donations go to our home organization, our center, and other organizations that support our vision of helping to create a world that works for everyone. Please look at the screen. You know, there's something there that will work for you. It's so easy to give, and we appreciate your support so much. We can't do what we do on each Sunday without your love and your support. So please join me at this time for the blessing of our gifts and our affirmation of oneness. The presence of Spirit within me blesses everyone I meet, tends to heal everything I touch, brings gladness into the life of everyone I contact. Therefore, I am a blessing to myself, to humankind, and in the day in which we live. And so it is. And now, folks, we have a special announcement from our wonderful treasurer. Larry Branch is going to join us, and I turn the mic over to Larry.
Hello. I really appreciate that message this morning, especially when we started off with Pink Floyd. For me, giving is one of those things that, like the way I learn, I've got to participate in. And even though our Conscious Giving program is empowering us as a community to give, I like to be empowered as an individual. And so, when I have the opportunity and, someone walks alongside of the car and asks for money, I drop something in the bucket. Sometimes I'll hear a prompting from universe to today, give to everybody that asks. And I'll, just run into 7-Eleven and get a cup of coffee and get lots of change. And then when anybody walks up to me, I'm able to just make it rain, as they say. But our organization as a community and collectively, we can do a lot. I'm not sure how many of these slides I'm supposed to go through.
I'll keep moving. You just tell me when.
Oh, okay. And so our Conscious Giving program is doing that. We have a community that comes together, and together in power, we can do a lot. Quarterly, we choose local organizations that we give to and support, and you can keep flipping through. I'm making this kind of fast. And one of the things besides giving, quarterly is just, what it takes to make an organization run. Even though we don't meet in person, we meet in Zoom, there's still a lot that goes on that, that is required, for our organization to work. And if you're taking notes, one of the things this organization empowers back to you is gives us a journal where we can write down. And I love that. I kind of use my cell phone because I like to be, have access to it, but some people are just good proliferators in writing and like to write things down. And I saw a lot of people taking notes as we were going through.
So did you want to go ahead and read? Because to get this journal, they should commit to an annual.
An annual, yes. And by giving annually, some number, it allows you to get that gift. And it takes reoccurring support. It has to rain more than once for a plant to grow. And so it takes that. But again, I think Charlene put it best. There's all different levels and different ways we enter the relationship of giving, like the song was saying, open hands, open heart. And we have to just find and reach out and find those ways to be an active participant, in this law of circulation. And it's part of one of the tenets of what we do, in the very beginning, when we talk about those 5 pillars. And the law of circulation is just this law that is in operation. And as we participate, you can flip to the next one, as we participate, it works. We have several ways to give. And through this commitment, you can budget out and, make it work, for you. And it also helps our center's budget to plan ahead of time, the type of music we want to provide, the type of services we want to provide, the picnics. It's just a lot going on in the community and, throughout the year. And so, all of our contributions are very important. I just happen to be the treasurer, so, I kind of see, the bottom line a little bit, but, it's a way to get involved and, be there, for one another. It's a community, and a community needs sharing, and it's not that someone's standing over us begging, saying, hey, you're not doing your part. Every little bit helps, and every big bit helps.
So Larry, do they why should they decide now?
Well, we have this yearly plan, and if we can, get an indication up front as to what the commitment is going to look like over a year, then we are able to plan a lot better. Yes. And it makes the the calendar year go real well for the organization. So
what if they fall on hard times and they said they would give X, but now, it's looking funny? Can they change it?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can not only change, you can, if you get super blessed and you want to give more,
that's
and,
it.
You can go that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If, life changes, like we had, a couple years ago with COVID, when things shut down,
Yes.
We didn't kick people out of the organization because they weren't able to give. That's, it's.
So this is your last slide. Any last final words?
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have is just, you want to be involved, be a part of the community. And this is one of the ways we can do it.
Thank you, Larry.
You're welcome.
An awesome treasurer. Back to Tamara.
So, I use my journal. I don't think I could go through a Sunday without this. I love. I fill it up. I even put Post-its when I want to go back, because there was something really key that Sunday that I want to go back and reread. So please make a commitment, whatever you can do, and then you'll get your journal Living Out Loud. Ooh, that sounds great for next year. All right, weekly offerings. I'm going to do a quick little shout out for the class that we're teaching right now, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And folks, oh my gosh, not only am I getting something, Charlene's getting something as the teachers. You always get something when you give, right? But it is so neat to see the growth of the people that are participating in this class. And that's one thing that we do with the contributions, the donations that you give our center. We make these classes available. We also have a weekly offering on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Join Charlene and her friends to interpret dreams. It's the dream study. And this brings in lots of folks who explore dreams. We're always getting messages, even when we're sleeping. And sometimes you just need a little help to interpret what is going on when you are dreaming. So that is on Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And how can this be? How can this be? It's time for our closing affirmation as we end this wonderful sacred time together as a community. Let us once again place our hands over our hearts. A little reminder of what you are. Join me in saying, I am love.
I am love.
You know, I love it when you turn on your mics, guys. Now point to someone near you, someone in the room. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's a furry friend, or just point to the folks on your screen like I'm going to do and remind those people you are loved.
You are loved.
You are. Oh, I heard Larry's deep baritone. Now put your hands up in the air for love sprinkles. It's all love.
Oh, love.
It is all love. If you can stay, please, please, please stay. This is when we share our pearls, those little nuggets that really resonated with you from today's message or music. We stay, we kind of hang out. This is kind of like our coffee hour virtually. If you have to leave us, then please know that we are so grateful for you. You are the reason why we do this every Sunday. And remember, you are blessed and you are worthy of love. Have a wonderful day. See ya. Stay if you can.